This is Adrenaline Rush. Come on, Brian. Get the big race in. Win the first one. Come on.
Ooh. What? Well, I came for another round. That was too squirrely down there. I'm all right here. All right. Good dude. Dude. That was pretty sketchy. That is sketchy. I spun like crazy.
It looks scary.
Wow.
It looks really scary.
I was spinning all the way down the track, to be honest. I mean, off the launch, down the track, I was spinning.
You're not doing another one, are you?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. No.
I'll be fine, dear.
Babe, no.
Come on. I know what I'm doing.
No.
All right, we're going to talk about Magnolia Motorsports Park, No Prep Mania 10.0. So, as you've seen in the video, it was a big failure. I didn't do the best I could. I didn't do the best I can with what I had. I pretty much came unprepared. I had talked about using weight in the rear of the trunk the week prior with my dad. I had totally abandoned the plan. I had zero weight in the trunk. My nitrous ramp was set at 0.75, which is very aggressive for that surface. There was a lot of talk on the internet about how bad it was going to be. It was going to be like Decker Boys, and I will say it was very, very slick out there. You could tell and hear in the video that I slipped all the way into third gear. It was freshly ground concrete. The transition to the asphalt was as smooth as it could possibly be. From what I seen, the track did come around second, third, fourth round. The track started really coming together. Bigger car count would have helped, but it was by the time hard tire got out there and we were the fifth class, it was still very, very slick and there was not a lot of rubber down. So I pretty much bombed. I mean, I can't blame nobody but myself. I was way aggressive on that launch. I didn't need to foot brake at all. Should have left like you're leaving in the rain, basically, in a street car, and let the nitrous do its work after you're getting grip and well into second gear, maybe third gear. I was just too aggressive. I mean, on paper, I'm never going to beat Jake. Jake's a great guy. Couldn't lose to a better guy. Great family. Very happy for him and his wife. I wish them the best with the baby coming along. Great guy, you know. So, you know, I'm not mad at him. I'm mad at myself for not even making it a race. I mean, like I said, Jake's car is phenomenal build. It's a very fast car. Like I said, on paper, I'm not going to beat him any day of the week in perfect conditions. That was my race to have, you know what I mean? That was my opportunity with the surface the way it was, and I basically blew it. So I apologize to my friends and family and my fans for not getting enough photographs of other drivers and racers. Basically what happened is when I lost, I was going to enter second chance. And at the end, you see my wife came over. She was very concerned. She's like, my goodness, it's dangerous out there. I mean, she told me before we went out, like, be very careful, which I was. I wasn't even worried about it. I just looked straight down the track all the way to the end, focused on that and racing my race. I just didn't put enough planning into it. You'll have that. That's racing. You know, if you go unprepared, good luck. You're lucky. You'll be lucky to get out of the first round. That's just the reality of it. You know, when it comes to heads up racing, you got to come prepared, come with all the tools, and be ready to battle. You give it a few months, that track's going to be something spectacular. It's going to be very fast. Once summer comes around, a lot of rubber gets down on that track. The next no prep there is going to be good, and it'll come in quick. I can't wait to come back to Magnolia again. So hats off, thanks to them. Like I said, thanks to Magnolia Motorsports Park. Thank you to D-Team. Thank you for Lincoln Insurance Group, Red Dog's Garage, and Guard Technologies, my former boss, for always being there and supporting me. Couldn't do it without all them people, my dad and his insurance company and whatnot. So after I lost in the second round, my buddy Jack had mentioned that he had bought a pickup truck that day in Parkersburg, West Virginia, had drove it all the way home, and then decided to drive it to Magnolia. And the truck had lost power. So after losing in the second race, I really want to enter the second chance. It was $40. Would have been a good time, good experience. I could have put the ET streets on and played around, and maybe lay down some better passes, obviously with the slicks, and the track was coming together. My brother-in-law and my wife kind of egged me into just kind of chilling for the rest of the night. But instead of relaxing and getting pictures and watching racing, I decided to go help my buddy, which turned into a horror deal. We could not get power to the truck. We tried to jump it. It wasn't receiving any power. So we were blown away. A couple people come over and looked at it. My buddy Tyler and my buddy Don. Hats off to you guys. Thanks for giving us input. They thought the battery was shot. They'd seen a little bit of battery acid on the side of the battery. So the races were over probably around 11 p.m. My wife and she took my buddies and his wife, and they all left around 10:30. I told her, I said, well, I'm going to take him to Walmart to get a battery. So we loaded up the Dodge, left Magnolia in the Dodge, went to Walmart on Raft Road and on Raft Road in Tusk over in Canton. Got there 5 minutes early, and I told my buddy Jack, I said, get in there and get that battery. He had to get the store manager to open the gate in the automotive department to sell him a battery, and told him what was going on, how far he was over an hour from home, because he lives clear down by Tappan Lake. It was a huge ordeal. So we rushed back to the track, and the races had just finished. It's probably about 11:30. I got the tools out of the trunk and helped Jack switch the battery over. So we get the battery switched over. Still, the truck is dead. No power. So we're scratching our heads. We don't know what to do. I said, let's go sit in the car and take a break. So we think about it. Call a couple tow truck services. First one we call, you get some stinking person with some weird accent you can't understand. And it's like, I just hung up on them. Call somebody else local in Canton. It's like, there's got to be a 24-hour tow service around there. So we got a hold of another guy, and he mentioned chasing the inline fuse between the starter and the alternator. He said the Sonomas and the S10s are notorious for that. They go faulty. Well, sure enough, that was a stock part. I traced it from the alternator, the red line positive that runs from the battery, goes all the way underneath, and there's an inline fuse that connects the two. And all I did is wiggle it around, open the flip top on it, pushed on it, wiggled it, closed it, tucked it back underneath there, and we noticed the dome light was on. Jack jumped in the truck, fired it up, boom, truck fires up. This was probably going on 1 o'clock at night. It was like a miracle. It's like, God shed light down on us. I mean, we didn't know what to do. They wanted $500 to tow this truck. He didn't want to leave it at the track. I told him, I said, I think your truck will be pretty safe there. I talked to DJ. He was leaving the track. They shut the lights off. If when they shut the lights off there, it's dark. Lucky for us, there was a couple campers that had RV lights up outside and whatnot, but it was pretty dark. We used the headlights, like I said, for the charger to shine on the front of the truck, swap the battery, and diagnose the problem. I'm not a great mechanic, so I was happy. I couldn't leave, a guy stranded at the track, my dad's age, and just be like, all right, well, I'll see you later. Good luck. That's just, the guy came there to see me race. He's my friend he loves no prep. He come there to see a lot of people, but he hung out in my pits. He bought a couple shirts off of me. Jack's a great guy, a great friend, and I couldn't leave him stranded. So it was a rough night. It was a wake up call. It's like, if you ever want to go fast and build a car, these are the kind of things that you're going to run into, especially if it's a street car, especially if you're doing drag and drive. I'm lucky to have I'm not lucky. It's a factory car. It's a very dependable car. But it's a factory car. It's 75% street car, 25% race car, if you know what I mean. It's not a competitive car. So, in the future, if we build what we want, and that's what it takes to win no prep races. In no prep drag racing, you have to have a purpose-built no prep car. If you want to be competitive, that's what you got to have. And that's just the reality. Even in a class like hard tire, where the tire's the equalizer, it still helps to have a great suspension. It still helps to have sensors. It still helps to be able to tune your car and take power out and add power down track. I mean, these are the tools that people are using to win races. So at the end of the day, I was disappointed in myself because I didn't prepare. I should have at least, like I said, had 200 pounds in the trunk of that car, maybe 400. I should have had the nitrous ramp at least at 1 second, maybe a second and a half before it kicked in. That way I at least got out to 60 foot before, or the asphalt before the nitrous came on. So I just didn't prepare myself. That's all. So I was blessed though to make time with my friend Jack, to bond with him. It was a rough ordeal. We said a prayer a little bit right after we changed the batteries. We didn't know what to do. We're just sitting there, and I'm like, I want to get home, get back to the house, relax, kick my shoes off. It had been a long day for me. 6 months ago, I didn't even know if I was going to make it. So I'm just blessed to be back at the track, racing, having a good time. But I was also grateful to help my friend out. And, it shines some light in my head of what the future holds. If, me and Dad build a truck, or we whatever we pursue in the future, these are the kind of bugs that you work with, gremlins, that attack your build. Unless you do everything to the book, sometimes things don't always work out the way they're supposed to. But in the end, you stay calm, you fight through it, and persistence prevails. So the next event, I'm going to throw this up here, is at Quaker that D-Team's putting on. Hats off to them guys. They did a good job. It was a little bit different with James on the light, but we'll get used to it. But the next event's at Quaker, and if you guys want to put a little input, there's a Friday night race and there's a Saturday race. Friday night they have 6.0 index, they have 7.0 index. So I'm asking the viewers and the fans, what should I run? Should I run hard tire Friday night on the front side, which would be bracket prep, or I can run 7.0 index with the Mickey Thompsons? Or should I run backside on Saturday and run Quaker backwards with a hard tire? So I have 3 selections. Front side hard tire on Friday, 7.0 index on Friday, or run backside hard tire on Saturday. The backside, if I play my cards right, it could be an advantage for me. 7.0 is, I don't know. You've seen what I did at Coonley. It was a 7.05 index, which ain't that far off. I did the best I could, but if it was a 750, 7.5 index, I would be all about it. So I'm not really gung-ho on the 7.0, but, I don't know. Say something in the comments. Let me know what the viewers think, what my friends and family think. That race is coming up next month. I'll post it up here, show you the ad. Again, thanks to everybody that helped, everybody that got video, Red Dogs, my wife, my buddies, my nephew for helping pour the puddle, my buddy Aaron for helping pour, and my brother-in-law Matt for backing me up, putting me in my rubber. I couldn't do it without you guys. You got to be safe when you're out there, especially on a surface like that. It was no joke. That was by far the most no prep surface I've ever been on. And, I didn't play my cards right. So that's racing. So I appreciate you guys watching this video. I just want to talk about the race a little bit, talk about, what transpired on Saturday at the track, helping my buddy out. It was a blessing to have him there. He was up there at Coonley and hanging out with us. And it was cool because I seen Jake the week before, and sure enough, we had 3 guys in hard tire. So that's another thing with, the low car count in hard tire. D-Team is having drag radial classes, so maybe I should step up and run drag radial. I'm going to run faster cars, but it's still no prep, so that's the thing. Like I said, I appreciate you guys watching. Leave a comment. Let me know at the next race at Quaker what class you think I should run. Give me a like, give me a share. If you haven't followed me yet, help me out and follow me. It's free. So, it doesn't hurt you to hit the follow button. All right, guys. Well, until the next time, I'll catch you later. Thank you for watching.